Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sumaya. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me part of this wonderful collection of scholars. I am delighted. And my name is Mohamed Ibrahim. I am a professor here at Arkansas Tech University. I would like to share with you the screen first to the book chapter was really a collection of some ideas I worked on for the last 12 years. It's not something new. I just developed some kind of a new framework that can make use of some of the theoretical frameworks used over the time. I'm director of the Master of Education in Structural Technology and Design, and this is why my interest at Cindy that when you work with technology, it's a love story more than job. So we love what we do, and we feel like we're part of the movement in the United States to move the new generation to love technology and to attach to it. So the book, the idea came after the COVID-19. Most of the universities, they were struggling, most of them, because they don't have infrastructure to start working with to deal with the COVID-19. Therefore, it was a massive amount of workshops and training for a lot of teachers and professors across the nation, across the globe, actually, to try to help them to help the students in their teaching. So the book idea was not something new. The idea has been triggered by that a lot of teachers, they were unfamiliar with the correct pedagogy for remote teaching. Everyone was struggling with this, with exception only for people who used to teach online before. The other teachers, they have difficulty to mitigate the students' social isolation. They can deliver the content, but they cannot use the proper pedagogy to try to help the students remotely. So this was actually the motivation to write the chapter. To initiate the discussion about this issue, like I said, this was accumulation of work I did for the last 12 years. Based on research, hard science, hard research, collect data, and then I saw if some of these frameworks work or not with my students. The other purpose was the technology integration process to be inclusive and intentional and also collaborative. It's not enough to use technology in isolation from the major idea of reaching out to every student, and also to be systematically, intentionally using the technology for specific topics, and also to include the collaboration between all the students and the content and the professor. So the three frameworks I used in the chapter, as I mentioned before, they are not my invention. These are solid frameworks used before, but we'll try to use them in a new framework. The first one is Universal Design for Learning. The second one is a TPACK, and the third one is Professional Learning Community. So we'll try in this chapter really to encourage teachers to apply research-based, not just because there are some new trend out there, but since I based my chapter on solid research for the last 12 years, I try to share this information through the chapter. So here are the three frameworks, which TPACK, UDL, and the PLC. The PLC will focus mainly on collaboration, and the TPACK about intentional, how to use the technology in connection with the pedagogy and then content knowledge. And then the UDL also deals with the accessibility and inclusiveness for the students. So the first one just focused on how to use the UDL in every assignment and every content you are delivering. So for example, using multiple means of representation. It's not enough just to talk about, I have a textbook and I'm gonna scan the book and put it online. I'm expecting the students to read the book. This is not the proper of UDL. You need to make sure you have multiple means of representation. It means that you can include video, animation, graphics, text, you name it, because our students are not unified. We have visual learners, we have kinesthetic learners, and so on. So we need to reach out for them by giving them multiple means of representations. The second is providing the students with multiple means of action. It's not only to pass a test, it has to be different ways of interacting with the content, either by recording voice, recording video, writing papers, and so on. It's not enough just one type of action. The final basic foundation of the UDL is allowing students to express their knowledge differently. It's not only through, as I mentioned before, like a test or exam, but they can make a PowerPoint presentation, they can record video, and so on. This is one of the most important parts when we are teaching online after COVID, that we need to diversify the ways we present the content and also allow students to present their knowledge. The second framework is the TPACK, which also very solid framework since 2006. And it's the interaction or interplay between the three different knowledges. And like I said before, these are solid before, but we just included in the my framework: content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge. Most of the time, people they like the technology and they said, I'm going to use it, but they don't know that they need to make sure that technology is driven by the pedagogy, not the vice versa. So this is one of the things I explained in the chapter in details. The last one is Proficient Learning Community, which basically we try to make sure that the teachers, when they found something good and they know that they can successfully applying some of the content, they need to share this with other teachers. So this was the Proficient Learning Community. It's actually, it's like us, we can talk together about what technology we can use in the classroom successfully, to share ideas about the best practices, to find and share technology tools, and so on. And this is actually has been recommended by ST and NITS that continually improve their practice by learning from and with others and exploring proven, promising practices. This is the whole premise of the PLC. And therefore, I talked about this and also on how different techniques can be used in the classroom. That's it. And I would like to, just 1 second, I would like to share with you where I am from. I'm from Russellville, Arkansas. It's a small town. It's about maybe 20,000. The school is about 12,000. So we are half of the town. It's a university town. It's in Arkansas, and it's about 10 minutes from my home. So this is in the River Valley of Arkansas, very nice area. As you can see, the area is very nice, surrounding with mountains. I would like you if you can come and visit us one day. It's about maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes from Little Rock, Arkansas, which is the capital of the state. It's also very nice and very small town comparing to New York and other cities. So, and this is, again, the last thing I'm going to share with you guys is my, this is the school. I am here since 2011. Before that, I was in Oklahoma, and total, I spent about 28, 29 years here in the United States. I'm originally from Egypt, but I consider Arkansas is my home now. By saying that, I think I conclude my, my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mohamed. It was